Yappers Unite, it's JahJahHenny, and today I'm checking out DNA by BTS. I think this is another one of their bigger songs. I think that according to YouTube, the song came out 7 years ago, but correct me if I'm wrong. I usually am. I'm not sure. I'm just going off the day, the date that the videos are posted. Anyway, and I know that's not always accurate. Anyway, I have never heard this song before, but I am assuming from the view count that it's another one of those really popular like songs from them. When I did Fake Love, I saw a lot of people were saying that that was like one of their biggest songs apparently, which I had a feeling it was. I was pretty sure it was, because even though like before I started listening to BTS, I never obviously I never listened to their music before I started listening to them. There were song names, like song titles that I knew because I saw them and I heard people talking about them. I just assumed that those were like some of their bigger songs, at least at the time. So I'm very interested in finding out what this song is going to be like, because the last few songs have really been bangers. They're all bangers really, but the last few songs I've listened to that are like, I guess, the more popular, more well-known, I guess, BTS songs, I have really enjoyed, and I can see why they're so popular and well-known. But at the same time, there's so many BTS songs that I feel like deserve that much recognition as well. Like, I'm not sure how popular Pied Piper is, but Pied Piper is such a fantastic song, and thank you to the folks who recommended it, because without you guys I really wouldn't even have known that that song existed, because it wasn't a song that I saw people talk about very often, which is wild. Like, that's a shame. That's such a fantastic song. I'm so confused, you know? Anyway, that's enough yapping. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Wait, you guys. Okay, sorry. I had to make sure I had the captions on. I always worry that I don't have the captions on. But okay. Look at all of their hair. All their hair is different colors now. Because the last one I watched was Take Two, and they all had the same hair color and almost pretty much the same hairstyle. I saw a lot of you guys saying that was because they did that right before they all went to the military. That's wild. That's like so wild to me that because I didn't grow up in a place where going into the military is mandatory. I know that there are places in the world where it's mandatory. I know it's not just South Korea that does that, but as an American, it's so wild to think that you don't have a choice in the matter, you know? And it's like, don't get me wrong, I know we had the draft. I know to a certain extent it still exists, but and I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, celebrities are like above everything and they shouldn't have to do anything. But it's just like, you don't really think about that when you think about at least American celebrities. Like, really think about how wild it was if every single American singer, rapper, actor, like all these people, athletes, like if all of these people had to go into the military at some point in their life. Like, that's so wild to think that they would have to take a break from their careers and be like, oh, be right back, gotta do imperialism. Like, that would be wild. That'd be so wild. Like, I understand why y'all were so like hurt when they had to go into their military service, because it's like, even though you know it's coming, like knowing that you're not gonna, it's like, I know that they've been releasing stuff and everything while they've been there, but it's still different from when they're just civilians and they're able to really interact and like, you know, do their thing on a regular basis. I understand it's different when they're away. And I saw a lot of you guys talking about how like sad they were and how sad the fans were when they were going away. And it just really made me tear up when I was like, I'm even like tearing up right now, just like reading that. Cause I'm just like, wow, like that is really wild to think about. And it kind of like, I wish I had known that before watching that Festa clip, because I feel like it would have really put a lot of things into perspective for me. I'm definitely gonna watch it again with a new perspective. But it's just really amazing to see like how dedicated they are to their art and to their fans, even in the midst of them needing to go away for quite a bit of time, like 2 years. It doesn't sound like that long when you're like when it's like over, you know, like because sometimes things can go by really fast. Like 2020, I feel like 2020 was like last year, you know, and it's about to be 2025. It's hard to believe, you know what I'm saying? So but when you hear like 2 years, like it's kind of strange to think about, like 2 years. You're not gonna, you have to be in the military for 2 years. You're not gonna like, you're gonna be kind of in a way out of the public eye for 2 years. Like, and not completely out of the public eye, because obviously they're still posting on their social media and stuff like that. And I know they have teams and stuff like that too, but I see that they post like selfies and stuff, and you know, still have stuff going on. It's not like they're locked in a cage for 2 years, but it's still like, it's still really, really wild to think, to like look at them and to know that they had to go into the military. And I know that sometimes people can be exempt, and I know some people said that because of their status and because of all of the money and like all the revenue and everything that they bring to South Korea, with their careers, and probably for other reasons too, that they could have been exempt, but they did it anyway because they felt like it was their duty. And while I have, you know, my own opinions about the military in general, that's not relevant. As far as I'm concerned, I do think it's really admirable that they said basically to themselves, like, we shouldn't be exempt from this just because we're famous. You know what I'm saying? I think that is really cool of them, and it makes me like them more, because it's, you see people like Donald Trump who like dodged the draft and everything. And I'm not saying I agree with the draft, because like I said, I have my own opinions on the military, but we see how wealthy people sometimes will find ways to exempt themselves from things that us regular everyday people have no choice but to go through. You know what I'm saying? So it's really nice to see how humble they are and how grounded they are, and how they were just like, no, like we're gonna do it because everybody else is doing it. Like why should we be exempt? We're people just like everybody else. I appreciate that about them. Sorry, I ain't even going on a tangent. I ain't even listened to the song yet. I'm just talking. My bad. I really love all of their hair too. Before I accidentally went to a tangent, I wanted to say I really do like the way all of their hair looks. I think that they look really good. I mean, I like their hair when it's just their natural color too, but I like the length that it's at for everybody, and I like that they're all like they all have their hair like a different color, at least for this video. I think that's a lot of fun.
널 알아보게 됐어 서로를 불러왔던 것처럼 내 혈관 속 뒤에 네가 말해줘 내가 찾아 헤매도 너라는 걸 우리 만남을 수학의 공식 종교의 유머 우주의 선미 내게 주어진 운명의 증거 너는 내 꿈의 축소 세계 너에게 내민 내 손은 좀 해질 숙명 걱정하지 마.
You know, they look so much younger when they wear the colored contacts, but also this video is from years ago, so that's another reason why they're looking a lot younger. But I was just looking at RM's face. I was like, oh my gosh, he looks so much younger. That's wild. I think RM and I are the same age. This is gorgeous. Hold on. Sorry, I wanted to see that again. That is really, really gorgeous. All of the colors on the floor are so beautiful together. And I love that his suit is like the same color of the floor. But it's like he's in 3D. He's like popping out. Like it's like he's a part of the art, but he's like popping out almost.
우리 완전 달라 baby 운명을 찾아낸 둘이니까 우주가 생긴 그날부터 계속 무한의 세기를 넘어서 계속 우린 저 생에도 아마 땀 생에도 영원히 함께니까
I feel like I've heard this maybe in a commercial or something. It's feeling kind of familiar. The beat especially is feeling kind of familiar. So I feel like maybe I was out and about or something like that, and it just like it was fleeting, but I feel like I remember hearing this beat somewhere before. Also, just want to say this video is so colorful. It's so colorful and bright, which I really like.
I want it this love. I want it little love. 난 너에게만 집중해 좀 더 세게 나를 꺼내
태초의 DNA가 널 원하는데 이건 필연이야 I love
Listen, man, I'm telling you right now, it makes me so mad to see people try to say that RM is not handsome online. Because yes, we can have our own opinions, but honestly, like keep that to yourself because it's wrong. It's incorrect. He is so handsome. Like I just think that's so strange. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I think RM is a beautiful man. They're all gorgeous, and I just wanted to say something about him in particular because I don't appreciate the hate that he gets sometimes.
우리만이 true love
그녀를 볼 때마다 서술화책에 놀라 신기하게 자꾸만 숨이 멎는 게 참 이상한 설마 이런 게 말로만 듣던 사랑이란 감정일까 애초부터 내 심장은 널 향해 두니까
걱정하지 말라 이 모든 건 우연이 아니니까 우리 완전 달라 baby 운명을 찾아낸 둘이니까 우주가 생긴 그날부터 계속 무한의 세계를 넘어서 계속 우리 전생에도 아마 다음 생에도 영원히 함께니까 모든 건 우연이 아니니까
Their dancing in this video is making me think of America's Best Dance Crew. You guys ever watch America's Best Dance Crew? You remember that show? I don't know. That show, I only watched a few seasons of it because after a while I was like, this is just, it's getting kind of stale. But there was this group on this show. I've talked about them before. I don't remember in reference to what. I think one of these guys were wearing a pair of like the Chachi Mama pants that the girl Chachi Gonzalez, like her parents, like her mom made those for her to wear. But there was a group, she was in the group called I Am Me, I believe. And they did certain things like the thing I think they were most like notorious for, I guess I'll say, was there would always be this part in their choreography where they would all come together and it almost was like they were forming like a Megatron, like a you know, one of those, like, you know, in the Power Rangers when they fighting but they're losing, they getting their ass beat, and then they like, oh man, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here, and they gotta go into their thing. It's been a long time since I watched the Power Rangers, please don't judge me, but you know when they go into the thing and they're in this robot, and the robot has each component of it is represents a different Power Ranger, like a leg, and the legs and the arms, everything represent a different Power Ranger. You know what I'm talking about? That thing. Megazord. Mega. Why do I want to keep saying mega? You know what I'm talking about. But basically, when they would dance on the show, there was always a section of their choreography where they would kind of come together and they would dance together in a way that made it seem like they were one. And so that's just what this is making me think of right now, honestly. So that's pretty cool. Also, not saying they came up with that. I'm sure other people do that too. But that's just the first, instance of it that I'm thinking of in my head where I'm remembering seeing people dance like that. But that's just what it reminded me of.
운명을 찾아낸 우리니까 후회하지 마라 baby 영원히 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 함께니까.
I love his hair like that. Ooh, I don't know. I could be wrong once again because I'm new to this, not true to this, but I feel like he doesn't, I feel like I haven't seen him wear his hair like this in a lot of the recent content, like recent videos and stuff that I've seen. Is it like a perm? He like perm because I've seen like sometimes like Korean guys like perm their hair because their hair is straight and they'll perm their hair so it has like body, more volume, more passion. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it looks like to me, but I like it. It looks really good. They dancing so hard. I feel like they're gonna pop out of their clothes. Like they popping and locking everywhere. Oh, green. Now, before I react to this song, I just want to say something. I'm only going to say this once. I'm not going to say it again because, quite frankly, I really shouldn't have addressed it in the comment section of a video that I did. But I did, and because I did, I'm going to address it here on video, but I'm only going to do this one time, and then that's it. And same thing with the comment sections too. I know that we're on the internet and people on the internet are going to say mean things. People are going to say rude things. People are going to just post rage bait and just try to get a reaction out of you for whatever reason. They're bored. They don't have anything better to do. Fine. I know that. I've known that for a very long time. I get hate comments sometimes. I ignore them. I really just don't pay them any mind because I get so many more comments that are positive. So I really shouldn't be like worried about the comments that aren't. But one thing I don't appreciate is someone putting words in my mouth. Now, every single BTS song that I have posted on this channel, every single BTS reaction I've posted on this channel, I have liked. Every single song, everything that I've listened to from BTS so far, I have enjoyed thoroughly. And there's never, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I do a reaction and I just don't like the song, you know? But I did a reaction to the 3D remix with Justin Timberlake recently, last week. Now, I really liked that song and I liked it a lot better than the original because the original had Jack Harlow on it. Correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know if the 3D with Jack Harlow is the original version or if that's a remix. I saw someone say that there's a version of it with just Jungkook, so I really don't know. All I can say is the version with Jack Harlow I wasn't super a fan of, but that's because I'm not really a big fan of Jack Harlow or men Western rappers in general, you know? And I've stated this before. I'm sure you guys, if you've seen my videos before, you've heard me state that I don't really listen to men rappers and why, so I'm not going to get into that again. But one thing I did not say about that song is that I didn't like it at all. I thoroughly enjoyed 3D. I just didn't like Jack Harlow's part in it, which is why I liked Justin Timberlake on the remix much better. But I responded to a comment of someone saying that I said I just outright didn't like the song at all. And that is not true. I did like the song. And I clarified, I could have said it in a nicer way, but I did clarify that I did like the version with Jack Harlow. Just didn't like his verse. But the person, whoever they are, like doubled down on it. And so I just stopped responding, because at that point it's just like, one thing about me, I'm never going to argue with anybody. I don't believe in arguing. That is something that I think is a waste of time personally. No matter if it is someone in my personal life or somebody online, I ain't gonna argue. I'm just gonna stop talking to you. I'm just gonna ignore you. You know, that's how I feel about it, because it's a waste of my breath, a waste of my energy, you know? And some people just live to argue, and I don't want to do that. But I shouldn't have responded to the comment in the first place, because at the end of the day, people are going to say BS online. What can you do? You can't do anything about it. It's going to happen. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. The only reason I felt like I needed to respond that time was because the person, the information, what they were saying was simply untrue. But in the future, I'm not going to respond to comments like that, because it's not productive. And it doesn't make me feel good either. Like I said, I could have been nicer in the response. The reason I wasn't is because the person who I was responding to was being very accusatory, and in my opinion was being disrespectful towards me. And now that's not to say that I'm incapable of being the bigger person. I actually prefer to be the bigger person and just ignore the BS that comes my way when it does. I've learned over the years that sometimes you just gotta leave people where they are. You know what I'm saying? My mom always says, I can show you better than I can tell you. And that's why I just think arguing is a waste of time. Why am I wasting my time telling you how I feel or telling you this and that and the third? I'm just gonna leave it alone and you can watch. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I don't plan on ever responding to a comment like that again. If you did see that response and you thought it was rude, I completely understand, because I think it was rude too. But I was being rude on purpose because I felt attacked. But that's gonna happen, and I can't respond to every comment of somebody being rude to me. That's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time and a waste of my energy. And I don't want negative vibes or negative energy on my channel. I want to post things that make me happy and that make other people happy. And not everyone's going to be happy about what I post or what I say. But one thing I will say is I'm always going to be honest about how I feel about any song or anything that I react to. It's going to be a genuine reaction, but I'm never going to trash the song or whatever it is that I'm watching. The only time that I reacted to something and I just downright just hated it, did not like it, was that Cardi B diss that Bia did, but that was because it was awful. It was just the worst thing that I had heard in a really, really long time, and I genuinely didn't have anything nice to say about it. But that's not the case for any of the other music I listen to. Everything else I listen to, it's always really, really good, especially coming from BTS. And I don't appreciate people putting words in my mouth or getting upset with me because maybe I liked one version of a song more than another. But again, that's gonna happen because that's just the nature of the internet. But I just wanted to address it really quick in case any of you guys did see that comment that I made. I apologize. But I can't deal with that shit. like you can have your opinion, you can feel how you want about it, but don't put words in my mouth. That's how I feel about that. Okay. That being said, that I probably talked so much longer than I intended. That being said, I really enjoyed this song. This song had a lot of like EDM energy. I could be wrong. You guys probably be like, that is not EDM. I don't know, but that's just what it kind of gave for me, especially like the breakdown, like the beat after the chorus. But I really, really like this song. This shot is amazing. This is so beautiful. Look at all the purple. It's so gorgeous. The video was spectacular. This is such a creative video. I liked how colorful all of their looks were. I liked how casual all of their looks were. I know they had a little bit more dressy looks towards the end and even in this shot. But in general, it was interesting seeing them wear like streetwear, because I feel like maybe it's just that I haven't gone back far enough, but I feel like I haven't seen a lot of videos from BTS where they're wearing streetwear, and they look really good, and I really, really like it. I don't know if it's just like maybe that's not the style anymore. Listen, I'm too old to know what's going on with what. I just wear what I feel like. But I think they looked really good in the video. I liked all of their hair. I think Jimin's hair looked fantastic. I already said something about his hair. The color was great. I'm also not used to seeing him with that hair color. I've seen him with like a lighter hair color, but that one was like wild. But I think that this song is also really, really nice. I like the lyrics a lot in this song. I was really trying to focus on the lyrics. It was kind of hard because the video was so stunning that I was getting distracted so bad. Like when they have really, really fantastic music videos, I really have to work hard to read the captions because I'm just like, I don't even want to. It's like, part of me is like, if I wasn't doing a music reaction, I would have to watch the video twice. Once to watch the video and once to watch like the captions to read what they're actually saying. But from what I did read, I did like the lyrics. They're super, super cute. BTS just like, their songs are always, they always make you feel good, you know? Like that's the thing, like the energy, like the vibes, it's always puts me in a really good headspace. I always look forward to doing BTS reactions because one, I know that I'm going to enjoy it, but two, I know that it's going to lift my spirits, it's going to lift my mood. And this is definitely what this video did for me. I really enjoyed it a lot. So thank you to the people who suggested it. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you guys who are always suggesting stuff for me to listen to. I really, really do. Because you guys really have like some gems, and I always look forward to your suggestions because I know I'm going to find my new favorite song. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, I really appreciate it. And I would also appreciate if you could like this video, but only if you liked it. You don't have to like it if you didn't actually like it. But if you're still here, I'm assuming that you liked it, or you left your phone on the kitchen counter and your hands are wet because you're washing your hands, or you're cooking and you can't get to the phone fast enough to turn to a new video. And if that's the case, well, it happens to the best of us, girl. But if you haven't liked it and you are still here, even if you are washing your chicken, just take a moment to wash your hands and put a like on the video. It'll only take a second. I'll give you a moment to do so, just in case you're not done washing your hands. Are you done? Okay, how about now? Okay, now you can like this video, and while you're down there, you might as well subscribe. You might as well subscribe as well to my channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.